Welcome to Sarath Chandra CLAT ILET HSC YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to discuss August Part 1 Current Affairs in MCQs form. Previously, we did for July month in 5 parts, that is 50 questions. Almost we covered different topics from geography, economics, polity, and even history point of view also. I hope you will watch those videos also and try to revise them periodically. You will get good knowledge. Apart from this, we are uploading CLAT separate current affairs videos based on paragraph manner itself, based on paragraph model. So you can also use that service for your preparation, and it will give definitely advantage to preparation. All the very best. Question number 1. Which of the following is not part of e-rupee initiative? See, in America, we have a system called as voucher system. What they will do, they will select some students and these students will get these vouchers, and these students, they will give these vouchers to school and school will reduce the fee. This is voucher system which is very prominent in Chile and also in Hong Kong and Switzerland. Now similarly in India also, Indian government supplying some schemes, for example supplying nutritional food through ICDS, giving free medicines for the TB patients, and also providing fertilizers to the farmers. So all these schemes also are famous. At the same time, they're also prone for lot of leakages, in the sense fraudulent people, sometimes people who are illegally by influencing officers, they are entering. Now what government of India did, they will give one voucher. This voucher is nothing but a pre-paid redeemable voucher. In this voucher, you have to go to specific center. With this voucher, you can go to specific center. In this specific center, what you can do, you can offer this. These centers will accept. It is based on QR code, or sometimes even work with SMS also. Then you can get your let us say nutritional food ration, sometimes fertilizers also. So like this it will work. Okay, I hope you got a clarity. Let us say I'm a farmer and I want fertilizers. I will go to some dedicated center here, and this center will say we will accept e-rupee. So you will scan this, or you will give the SMS, and then you will get your ration fertilizers. That's it. This is how it will work. Or else if a patient is there suffering with TB, he want to get medicines, he will go to the specific health center and then he will show these e-rupee and he will get the medicines. This is the way it will work. So whoever coordinating with this, the organizations coordinating with this e-rupee initiative are NPCI, National Payment Corporation India of India. Okay, National Payment Corporation of India, which established in the year 2008. Okay, headquarters Mumbai, and it will work under RBI as well as Ministry of Finance, Government of India. Okay, next, Department of Financial Services, along with that National Health Authority also working with e-rupee, and this ministry is not part of e-rupee initiative. Question number 2. Which of the given below state legislature commemorated centenary celebrations? If you see India map, if you see British Indian history, it is they focused on 3 main areas. One is Bengal, the other one is they reached Bombay, and then it is Madras. So like that they focused here. So what happened here? They named this Madras as Presidency of Fort George. Okay, and here it is Fort Williams. So what happened here? This Madras, they established legislature in the year 1921. So right now Tamil Nadu is celebrating 100 years of assembly, and the very famous assembly, even it gave place to first women legislature in India, Dr. Muthulakshmi Reddy also. So this is Tamil Nadu is the answer. Alright, the next question is, which hotline is recently in news, boundary agreement between which of the 2 countries? So if you see, LAC is in news, line of actual control. LOC is also in news. Hotline is a recent boundary agreement between India and China, established between 2 areas. One is Kongrala in North Sikkim, and the other area is Camber Dong. Okay, Camber Jong in Tibet region. In Tibet region, okay. So Kongra La in North Sikkim and Kamberjong in Tibet region. So this is the situation. So what is important is the names you may not remember, but the hot line, the boundary line you should remember, which is between India and China. Next, who is the author of the book Long Game? You see, Long Game is a book written by one of our famous foreign secretary Vijay Keshava Gokhale. Okay. However, the remaining options also we should see. For example, Sanjeev Sahota, he wrote the book China Room, which he is one among the 13 people who got Booker's Prize. You know that Booker's Prize is given for a English book which is published in UK or even Ireland. Okay, Padma Sachidev is a famous Dogri writer. She died recently. She also got Padma Award, and she wrote a book called as Meri Kavita, Meri Geet. Vijay James is a writer who wrote a book Anti-Clock, which deals with the space and time matters. On which day Muslim Women Rights Day celebrated? You see, August 1st, we framed a law to ban triple talaq. The law is protection of rights on marriage, that is Muslim Women Rights Act. This act was framed based on the judgment given by the Supreme Court in the year 2017. The judgment name is Shaira Bhanu versus Union of India. In this judgment, Supreme Court banned triple talaq on the grounds it is violating Article 14, that is right to equality, Article 15, prohibition based on gender, prohibition of discrimination based on gender, caste, creed, and then based on Article 21, that is violation of fundamental rights. There is personal liberty, protection of personal liberty, and then Article 25, that is right to religion. Based on these grounds, it was banned. So then the government of India brought law. So that law was enforced on this August 6th. That's the reason we celebrate it as Muslim Women Rights Day. And August 6th is very famous. That is Hiroshima Day. And also you should remember that on Hiroshima in the year 1945, USA dropped one bomb, atom bomb, nuclear bomb called as Little Boy. The bomb name is Little Boy. Okay. August 9th, it is Nagasaki Day. In the year 1945, exactly 76 years back, it was happened. The bomb name is Fat Man. Okay. And August 7th is National Handlooms Day. And you should know this history that in 1905 on August 7th, we launched the movement called as Swadeshi movement. That's the reason we celebrate this day as a National Handlooms Day. The theme of this year is Handlooms and Legacy of India. Handlooms and Indian Legacy. Okay. Next, recently Swarim Vijay Varsh victory marked to mark the following the event. That is Indian independence. No, we are celebrating Azad Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Sepoy revolt, no chance. Liberation of East Pakistan is correct. Okay. In the year 1971, exactly 50 years back, India supported liberation of East Pakistan. Now we call it as Bangladesh. To mark that event, we commemorated this Swarim Vijay Varsh victory, which reached Khar Dhongla Pass recently, and this is considered to be one of the world's highest motorable road. Next, who won the Lokmanya Tilak National Award? So Lokmanya Tilak, we are dealing in last few current affairs. He is in news also in different issues like in remembering and birth anniversary and death anniversary came in last few weeks. So on his name, we are giving an award. This year, the award goes to Cyrus Poonawalla. He is a founder of the Serum Institute of India. Okay, Cyrus Poonawalla got this award. Next, which state secured first rank in Crime Criminal Network Tracking Network System? You see, CCTNS system started in the year 2009, aims to digitalize police stations like FIRs, charge sheet, status of the case and everything. And in the year 2015, Government of India made it as a interoperable criminal justice system. Meaning is courts can access the data, police stations can transfer the data, FIR can be tracked. So all these systems are enabled. So based on these parameters, they ranked the states which gave this platform, and Haryana got the best award. Next, Bhandi Koot. You see, manual scavenging is one of the worst form of untouchability still is going on in India. So as per the data, private data, almost 5 years, 20,000 people died in India, even more than that also, because of harmful gases in the manholes while they're cleaning the manholes. So to remove this problem, Kerala government brought robo. Even with the help of ONGC, even Kakinada municipal authorities also brought this Bandikut. Okay, Bandikut is a robo. Which of the following award renamed with the name of Major Dhyan, which is Khel Ratna. Okay, Khel Ratna award given in 1991, started in 1991. First award recipient is Vishwanathan Anand. Okay, so this award is now called as Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna award, and Arjuna award is the person given to the person who is giving outstanding performance in sports. Okay, so this is the current affairs. So you can revise this current affairs and do watch the current affairs videos regularly. That will reduce the burden of reading newspaper. Do practice reading comprehension dedicatedly, improve your vocabulary and revise your GK. All the very best for your exams. Thank you so much and Jai Hind.